Tonight, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. The London Monarchs taking on the Brooklyn Bulls.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Brooklyn Bulls and the London Monarchs. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory lap.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football, as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
Avoids him at the 40. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Fourth down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touch.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They go play action here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. Touchdown! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Monarchs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes, because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And they will take over first and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been fourth down.
Exactly.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Right back to him on first down. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Extra point safely through, and the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either...
That's how teams like this approach these short turnarounds.
Well, wins and losses always factor into, you know, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
So that challenge, a successful one. 2nd and 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll go option to the short side. And a loose football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the 1st quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Looking to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing.
Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Monarchs continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
A try here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive, 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Now back to throw.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Second and 2. For Kidder here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. Now they'll run the option to the short side left.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A nice gain of 21 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
He'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the defense. And the return will stop right around the 25.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had 3 touchdown passes in the game last week. He's already got 3 here in the first half alone as his guys start 1st and 10.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Once again, hope everyone out there has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Settling down now to watch Thursday night football. Let's take a look ahead to what's coming here on the rest of this holiday weekend. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their A game, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up, as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Matt LaFleur had it right, and he'll wind up winning that challenge. Now a toss here, short side. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Smith catches left side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Down to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll set up to throw. Escaping. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap. And
now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Here's a give up the middle. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Cox. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He's got Smith here. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Monarchs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on third down. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Complete to number 16. But it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the home team here, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for our visitors, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.